Let's give a comment.
You allow me to check my...
Yeah, you can.
Good afternoon. My name is Kadogo Nyawade. They baptized me Florence, but I never use it. But when I fill in my form to see Florence, then you know it's that Kadogo. But please address me as Kadogo. Yes, I came in yesterday late, but I was following. And today I said I have to show my face again, and I'm so happy that I was returned. Because yesterday I talked to Daktari, but I didn't know who he was. We didn't introduce ourselves, but we just, just had a conversation with his life in Austria and me, my life in Holland, and my mission in Kenya. First of all, I left this country 36 years ago, physically, but mentally I've always been in Kenya. Always. I like what you said about living in the village and seeing a poor family and what I did. It happened to me. We were not poor. I realized after when I went to Austria that we were not poor when my mom was married in the village. Then I went to the village and I said we had a wonderful life. My dad had a car, we had a television, we had all that. What do I call poor? Because one time we didn't have food, or one time I was sent out of school. So what you said about the diaspora and the change they bring after being out, is, I believe that. I'm one of them. There's a big change which happened to my family. And after that, I went to the village and started a foundation to support children. Education. Because of that, I had to come home every year. I had something to come in. I didn't want to come to Mombasa and go and have a cocktail and, I had a reason to come home. So from education, I moved to thinking, okay, well, I'm 60. I'm 60 years old. So I said, if I was in Kenya, I would be 60, I would have retired. What would I be doing now? Where will I be getting my income? Because the diaspora, my income, we still don't have that chance to come and with your pension home, and I still have to work until 67. So I say, now I'm in Kenya because mentally I never left Kenya. I'm 60. Where will I live? What will I do? Where will I get my income? And I went to that village where there's nothing. I'm developing a village. I was shown a piece of land and they say that is from there to there, from there to there. And you have neighbors, so I was looking like, where's my neighbor? And they had to slash the whole place, and I saw a Mabati house. So that was my neighbor. She has been living there for I don't know how many years. We have developed that place. It's a resort. Thank you very much, Chamber of Commerce, and I'll talk to you. We have developed the place. We have a resort. And I call it Kisumu Dala Resort. That is my village. I want that resort in my village. So that remittance I've been sending home to my family in those years also developed to me to say, okay, they have their own life, they've educated some children. The group of, I don't know, about 8 or 9 children in university, where me, myself, I didn't go to. Give the children the chance who can study and with the education system, and I'm stopping. So just by my own salary supporting them. Thank you very much. I just had to see that because I felt that let's know what the diaspora who is standing here, what is she also doing in Kenya. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sister Florence. I know others may have wanted to share also stories similar, but in the interest of time, and we want to also release Mheshimiwa so that he prepares for his next session. But also we want to spend about 10 minutes with the booths. A burning one. Okay, so Councillor Shaban, please pass it on to how we will take that. And we'll make just brief announcements because other sessions are running virtually and want to be part of them. Please, Shaban, introduce yourself briefly, just from there if okay. And yes.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
My name is Ms. Shaban from Tanzania Conference. Basically, we deal with the reforms on criminal justice system in Kenya and the rule of law and ethics. My question goes to Mheshimiwa. Countries have adopted targeted measures to support youth employment. But my question is, how effective are these policy measures? Question number 2. How do we develop youth leadership and integrity? Because nowadays we have this stage from school to looking for work. Many youths are having those problems. You graduate, but you end up doing a work that you are overqualified, but it's not what you deserve. You deserve more than that. So how do you help the youth to be where they're supposed to be? Because nowadays the leaders, what they do is they don't walk the talk. All they do is talk, and they keep remaining in the offices, while the youth after graduation, they end up giving us work like sweeping the compounds in the streets. So how will you help the youth to be leaders of tomorrow and have that integrity?
Thank you. Give a round of applause to which one will come to answer, but as he does that, allow me also to introduce Bandung talks about. Bandung is a city in Indonesia, for those who may not be aware. That's where the black race, which includes Asians, Indians, okay, and the other non-white race, they met, and Africans, many years back. It is later today, Honorable Mheshimiwa, Judge retired Judge Peter Herbert, who will be moderating the session. He's Sierra Leonean, British Sierra Leonean. One of the parents is British, the other parent is Sierra Leonean. But for now, he travels between UK and Kenya. Currently, he's in Kenya. So we are hoping he would be here, but nonetheless, he probably is on the way. But he also happens to be the president of UK Black Lawyers Society. So when we hear of Bandung, it's Indonesia, and all those kind of countries we are talking about. So without much ado, Mheshimiwa will answer the questions if he can. He has the option to. And then we'll give you announcements. Then we take a little break and guide you next. So Mheshimiwa, please.
Thank you for those very good questions. I think the first question was on the youth initiatives and how to make them work. There are quite a number of initiatives that have been developed for youth. For example, we have the Youth Fund. Every year, Parliament appropriates money to go to the Youth Fund, which is basically meant to empower the youth organizations in the grassroots in form of giving them cheap loans to invest in business or their activities and pay back. We also have other initiatives, for example, to promote youth innovation among the youth. You've heard about the Constituency Innovation Hubs, which is a partnership between CDF and the Ministry of ICT. It hasn't picked up very well, but I thought it was an excellent idea in terms of creating avenues for youth to engage in innovative activities, especially in the digital space. Recently, Parliament also amended the Public Finance Management Act to provide for an SME fund that is going to be domiciled in the Ministry of Finance. And we put in a seed capital of 10 billion shillings. So basically, this fund is supposed to enhance the participation of youth in SMEs in terms of provision of capital, activities, are able to also pay back the money so that other youth can benefit. There are issues to do with management. You have had the challenges we have had at the youth fund in terms of corruption, mismanagement. We also have issues of coordination. Now we have the women fund, we have the youth fund, we have the weather fund. So we've been having challenges, and I think Parliament is trying to address those issues. But I think issues of youth must be given a lot of focus. And I'm what you want. The second question was about jobs and the youth getting is a challenge. And I think this challenge primarily arises because of one major problem: the issue of unemployment. And unemployment can only be sorted out through the issue of job creation. And I think diaspora movement will be very important in job creation. If we streamline the operation of diaspora and give them incentives so that they bring more money back. I know in some countries, they rely on diaspora for their to coordinate their mission, trade mission, and such, because they have been there for many years. Like our sister there was been there for 35 years. If we want to look for someone who can give us linkages on matters of trade, linkages on matters of diplomacy, why do we get retired politicians to go and head a mission and they have no idea what happens in that country? We can use our members of the diaspora who have been there. They have relationships, they have partnerships to do this. These are issues that, as I said earlier, we want to engage and put it in the petition so that we deal with the issues of diaspora one, issues of trade, issues of diplomacy, and many issues. So I think one of the ways of job creation, which will deal with the problems that we have highlighted, is through mainstreaming diaspora in economic development. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Okay, you heard it. Because we don't want to be between us and our tea break, and probably this is part of why we quiet also. Other than just giving directions, from here we want to go spend 5, also maximum 10 minutes with a few of our exhibitors. We know this year, not many. Last year we had 40 companies, but COVID, Honorable Mheshimiwa, has had its toll. But we said even despite that, some of us must restore hope. Actually, even in December 2017, when there was a crisis, we did indicate yesterday, Diaspora and Kenya Diaspora Alliance Without much ado, the tech people will project the hashtags, because after the tea break, we are going back to join the other colleagues in the other session. So please, without much ado, I want to request you quietly walk to the booths. For now, we only have 3 or 4 companies with us, but at least let's talk to them, engage them, ask questions, because without them, we wouldn't be here. But Tatu City, that's each and every one of us, including Mheshimiwa, the colleagues here, our sign interpreter. Yourselves a round of applause. Tomorrow we're going to be totally virtual. So if you haven't used Hopin before, which is a new product which we are using, and online you can choose which session you are going to and which of booths. Some of our exhibitors are virtual, like Books for Africa, which is in Minneapolis. They are exhibiting now online. So online you can ask questions. African women in Europe, that my sister at the end, just give a round of applause representing part of that community. Social distancing to the votes, and African women in Europe, that my sister exposed, and also conferences, but both virtually and hybrid. So without much ado, God bless. For now, let me close with a word of prayer. When I was little young, I was a deacon of the Seventh-day Adventist Church. Almighty Father, I can't thank you enough for bringing us this far. For the remainder of our event, bless, grace, for we ask in the holy name of your Son. Amen. So thank you. Let's go over, and with that also our tea is blessed. So
Yes, hello, hello. We are back here on the stage that was on the ground in Kenya. Thank you to the technology we were able to actually broadcast with you here. live. Thank you for joining us on Hop In, and yes, everything will be happening now here from Hop In. And right now we are going straight to the breakout session that will be popping up in a few minutes, 5 minutes. So if you are one of the speakers, you'll be seeing that on the session side, on the right side, there will be session, and everybody here in the room, click session on your left or right of your group. It's called session. Choose the session you want to go. We have 3 sessions coming up, and we will be really glad to have you there engaging. And please, all the speakers who are supposed to be presenting on the session, please go to the sessions, and we will be really looking forward to the session that we should be seeing right now is the Mind Shift Transformation, Leadership and Good Governance. That will be one session, and the next one will be AU Agenda 2063 and Diaspora Mainstreaming, and then and the other choice will be Economic Emancipation and Black Lives Matters Movement. That will be the sessions that will be going on. And if there are moderators here, go straight to your session, and you'll be able to start broadcasting to the guests. So in about 4 minutes from now, we will be going live, and you'll see that on the session, and you'll join the session, which is your area. Thank you, and see you in a short minute on the session engaging.